Welcome to A Course in Business Miracles. This is Heather Dominic, creator of BusinessMiracles.com and founder and leader of the highly sensitive entrepreneur movement. Join me today for some genuine practical assistance and a business-altering and life-changing experience, a business miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles, episode number 14. Regal. Learn why, as a highly sensitive entrepreneur, you have been brought here to fulfill your royal advisor role as a coach, healing practitioner, or creative entrepreneur. But first, you must learn how to be a regal queen or king.
The Business Miracles focus for today's training is Regal. In my Money Mindset Training Intensive, which you receive as part of the 6-month group coaching program, I teach about 3 primary money archetypes: the entitled queen, the scullery maid, and the regal queen. Now you can imagine that the entitled queen is standing over on the left. She has her arms crossed. She's looking down at her nose. She's looking down her nose. She's scowling. Her jaw is really tight. And she is very much of I deserve. I deserve better. I deserve to be paid what I'm worth. I don't have to do that. I shouldn't have to reach out to potential clients and ask them if they'd like to talk to me. No, and no. And then over on the other side is the scullery maid. And the scullery maid is down on her hands and knees, and she is scrubbing the floor. She is scrubbing it so hard that her knuckles are practically bleeding. And with each scrub, she's saying, I'll prove to you how valuable I am. I'll prove to you how worthy I am. I deserve to be here. I deserve to get paid. Oh, just pay me what you can. That's all. I'll just keep working. I'll keep working as hard as you need me to, for as long as you need me to. I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth it. And then you have standing in the middle the regal queen. And the regal queen, her feet are planted firmly beneath her, shoulder width apart. Her shoulders are back. Her heart is open. Her head is held high. And she just exudes love. She is able to ask for what she needs. She's able to give without feelings of resentment or burden. She's powerfully able to set boundaries. And abundance flows in, and abundance flows out. And abundance flows in, and abundance flows out. The regal queen takes care of herself as the abundance flows in, and supports and takes care of others as the abundance flows out. Let's all take a deep breath in on this one. Deep breath in, and let it out. So we talked in a few trainings previously about the HSE, the highly sensitive entrepreneur tendency or coping tendency of being a pusher. So the pusher is very much in the archetype of the scullery maid. And as I've shared with you, I am a recovering pusher. So that scullery maid was me. I knew that floor and my hands and knees and the meeting between the two very, very well. And then previously we've also talked about the HSE coping tendency of hider. And the hider is very much the money archetype of the entitled queen. Because if we have our arms crossed and we're entitled and we're in I deserve, then we don't really have to go out there, right? We don't really have to be seen. We can just be angry at the world and why is everybody else getting theirs but I'm not getting mine? And at times that's been me too. And then we have the HSE who really embodies her strengths, her intuition, her empathy, her ability to think deeply, feel deeply, listen deeply, her ability to learn without realizing she's learning, her ability to really notice subtleties in the environment, and her ability to be of service through those strengths and others. And that is the Regal Queen, the money archetype of the Regal Queen. And I'll say, happily, that I spend more and more of my time there in my business than anywhere else. The first time I brought my business across the 7-figure mark, it was through the energy of the scullery maid, and it darn near killed me. For some reason, I had enough insight and enough wisdom and enough divine connection that in that dark time, I was able to realize that the money wasn't the problem. What was causing me so much difficulty wasn't the fact of having $1 million business. It was the way that I had chosen, and let's underline that word, to go about it. Now, the second time that I brought my business to the $1 million mark was the way of the Regal Queen, was the way of owning my HSE strengths. And it has been much more pleasant, with good amounts of time off and valuable aligned support, and being in the blessed place of working with so many clients and community members that I just absolutely love and adore. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And plenty of time and energy to be with my beautiful, loving husband and friends and family and take care of myself. According to A Course in Miracles, love does not limit, and what it creates is not limited. To give without limit is God's will for you, because only this can bring you the joy that is His and that He wills to share with you. Your love is as boundless as His because it is His. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never heard a more beautiful description of abundance and prosperity. Love does not limit, and what it creates is not limited. The entitled queen, however, believes in limitation and lack. If she didn't, she wouldn't be so pissed off that others supposedly have more than she is able to get. The scullery maid also believes in limitation and lack. If she didn't, she wouldn't believe that she had to work so hard to the point of being in a very detrimental place to herself. She wouldn't have to work so hard to prove that she deserves to exist. To give without limit is God's will for you, because only this can bring you the joy that is His and that He wills to share with you. And that is the trust of the Regal Queen. Your love is as boundless as His because it is His. There is more than enough to be given and to go around. That is Regal. And that is a powerful place to come from in your business. Now, in response to this, the entitled queen says, but what if I give too much? What will be left for me? What about my self-care? What if I get overwhelmed? What if people want more than I can give? What if I don't have enough to give? What about me? And the scullery maid cries out, yeah, but I don't have anything worthy enough to give. Yeah, but I can try to work harder and longer to prove to you that I can give. Yeah, but I don't know what else to do. I'm working so hard and it still isn't enough. Yeah, but I can do a little more. Let me just work harder. I'll work harder over here in this other area because I can do that. But please just don't outcast me. I can give more. Really, I can. And A Course in Miracles says, God may seem to demand of you what you do not want to give, and then will deprive you of what you want. Would God, who wants only your will, be capable of this? Would God, who wants only your will, be capable of this? The Course says, your will is His life, so your will is done. The entitled queen runs her business from fear. The scullery maid runs her business from fear. The regal queen runs her business with love. Well, then you ask, Heather, how do I do this? I can't be regal all the time. Are you asking me to be regal all the time? And the Course would answer, your willingness need not be perfect, because His is. If you will merely offer Him a little place, just a little place, He will lighten it so much that you will gladly let it be increased. So the Course is saying that you don't have to work hard at being regal, and your willingness to be regal, that doesn't even need to be perfect. We remember that perfectionism is an HSE shadow. But your willingness doesn't need to be perfect because His is. So if you offer just a little place within your heart for God, for universe, for Buddha, for Allah, for soul, just a little place, He will lighten it so much that you will gladly let it be increased. Give over. Let go. Let love. That is regal. That is attractive. That is client attractive. And that is client compelling. In the moments when you feel the fear in your business, when you feel yourself slipping into entitled queen or into scullery maid, that is your signal to, first of all, stop, pause, rest. And I want you to write that down. When you feel the fear in your business, when you feel yourself slipping into entitled queen or slipping into scullery maid, that is your signal to just stop, pause, rest, and then ask this very key question directly from the Course. That question is, would I be hostage to the ego or host to God? The Course says that you will accept only whom you invite. If you invite the ego, then that is who you will accept to run your business. If you invite God, then that is who you will accept to run your business. There's a beautiful quote by Bob Dylan. What can I say? My parents were hippies. That says, you can serve the devil or you can serve the Lord, but you gotta serve somebody. So imagine for a moment all of the businesses in the world all of the businesses in the world being run regally, what would happen then? What hope? What possibility? Here's the thing. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with HSEs. We're the ones. Of course with us. Of course we're the ones to change the business paradigm. Of course we are. But we're not in a powerful place to do that if we're pushing, if we're hiding, if we're being entitled queens or scullery maids. But you just take a minute and you look around you. We are in this glorious moment, this peak of the information age, this peak of global connection and community, this time when more and more people are drawn to professions that didn't even exist 20 years ago, drawn to coaching, drawn to various forms of being healers, whether it's your typical, more traditional approach to healing, like massage therapy, or whether it's a less traditional approach like running a web company, or working with animals, or all of the other beautiful businesses. And we have opportunities abound for creatives. The pinnacle peak is here. The time is now. As HSEs, it's our time. Here's your Course in Business Miracles assignment. First, watch and witness. There's no right, wrong, or judgment, but just watch and witness yourself. Do you tend to slip into more of the entitled queen? Do you tend to slip more into the scullery maid? Do you tend to lean more naturally towards the regal queen? Again, there's no right or wrong or judgment, but watch and witness. And then from there, make a choice. Is this how you want to be? And if yes, why? And if no, why not? And then practice within our aligned community, being in V and V energy, and share your experience. Share what you've watched. And then from there, expect business miracles and share what you're experiencing. There's been amazing miracles reported. It's so beautiful. It's so powerful, and it really is just the beginning. So share. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen for who you really are, and allow yourself to be celebrated for the business miracles that you're experiencing. Just a recap before we wrap. 3 money archetypes from the Business Miracle Money Mindset Training Intensive: the Entitled Queen, the Scullery Maid, and the Regal Queen. If your HSE coping mechanism leans towards the pusher, then you most likely will relate more so with the scullery maid. If your HSE coping mechanism leads more towards the hider, then you most likely will resonate more with the entitled queen. And then the ultimate way of being in your business is from the abundant space of love, and that is the Regal Queen. Love does not limit, and it is not limited. Give what you want to get. And in moments when you feel yourself slipping into fear, feel yourself slipping into entitlement, feel yourself slipping into scullery mode, ask yourself the key question: Would I be hostage to the ego or host to God? And remember that only a little willingness, only a small amount is needed in order for change. And your willingness need not be perfect. And then your assignment, watch and witness, entitled Scullery, Regal, Be in V&V Energy, Expect Business Miracles. Awesome!
Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Course in Business Miracles. If you're ready to learn how to use your highly sensitive abilities to support you in being purposeful, profitable, and empowered rather than scattered, poor, and undervalued, take my free self-quiz to find out if you are indeed a highly sensitive entrepreneur. And if you are, along with your quiz results, you'll receive my free HSE Success Guide, which will teach you how to have your highly sensitive abilities working for you to create the results you desire in your business. Take the quiz and receive your free success guide now at www.hsequiz.com.